Hello, my fellow patriots. Sorry I haven't done a video in a few days. I've been feeling kind of under the weather here lately. Still do, but I figured I'd at least put out some kind of a short video. Every time I say that, it usually ends up being 15 minutes long or more. But yeah, let's just go ahead and cover some quick things. Of course, the debates. Yeah, Biden confirms he's going to be getting rid of oil. We already knew that, but of course he tried to say, no, he didn't. And the funniest thing was, he told Trump, I never said that. Find the videos. Put it on your website. Yep. Right on Trump's Twitter it went. A video of him and Kamala saying that, yes, they are going to get rid of fracking. They are going to get rid of oil, fossil fuels, all of that. Everything. Period. So all you people in Pennsylvania and like that has all these oil jobs and stuff, you're going to be jobless here soon if Biden wins. Well, Kamala said on day one. But yeah, that's okay. They'll probably tell you to go learn to code or something like that, since coding is super easy. And then Biden, he called Trump Abraham Lincoln. And then he said he's the most racist president we ever had. He said Abraham Lincoln is the most racist president we've ever had. And it's not very good. And you can see just right over here, Trump taunts he can't remember my name. No, that's not from that. That's because Joe Biden just recently called Trump George. He can't even get the man he's running against, the President of the United States. He can't even get his name right. He thinks he's running for Senate, which he's done said a few times now. And he's done called Trump by a different name a few times now again. And apparently, Biden thinks he's running for Senate, and he's running against George W. Bush. This is the guy that the Democrats want for president? God help us all. They need serious mental help. I see. Just going over some notes I took over the debate. I sat there and wrote down almost all the kind of important stuff. Well, what I thought was important. Of course, Biden, claiming, got to lock down the country, blah, blah, blah. Schools and restaurants and everything need to put up plexiglass, and that's easier said than done. Plexiglass, it really isn't cheap. But, of course, now, I will say, the moderator, she did do a pretty good job. I thought it was going to be just her ragging on Trump, just letting Biden do whatever he wants, ragging on Trump, cutting off his microphone, and not being fair, but she was very fair. In my opinion, things could have been a heck of a lot worse, but she was actually, very fair. Even Trump said, during the debate, thank you for being, fair. And even after the debate, as, Trump and Biden walked off to the sides to stand with their wives, Trump was seen, mouthing the words, thank you, to her again. Which, it's, like I said, it's surprised the heck out of me. And Trump was very, very calm throughout the thing, which, after the first debate, I think he really needed. Because he came off, I'm for Trump, but he did come off kind of like a bully in the first debate. Even though Biden did interrupt him first, Trump still, he didn't give Biden enough rope to hang himself with. Biden does the best, meaning worst, whenever he's kind of left to go off on his own, and he tends to ramble and then just kind of just go off. And it's hilarious. But with Trump interrupting him constantly, he didn't give him enough time to do that. But anyway, I'm sure you've already watched enough about the debates. Biden leaving basement. Yep. Trump had a rally and said that Biden was waving a white flag and putting the lid on his entire campaign until the election day, which they pretty much did. Now they're saying he's going to come out and hold an event, which I don't see the point, especially after, during the debate, Biden just pretty much killed any credibility he had with most people. I mean, even if you go on Google and, you can go on analytics and look up search terms, "Can I change my vote?" is one of these top search terms after the debate. Yeah. And the answer? No, you can't. Sorry. If you fell for Biden's BS and then, once again he showed his true colors again, and you believed mainstream media over, factual news sources, well, you're stuck with your vote. There is no changing it, which I think is BS. This whole mail-in voting early thing was just a ploy by the Democrats to get you to vote for them before all this came to light. Before all these news sources released all this stuff, before, the whole Hunter Biden stuff became as big as it is, and which they also just released, which I haven't watched them, and I really don't have an inkling to watch them. I'll take people's word for it. Very adult videos of Hunter Biden receiving, favors from professional women, I'll say. And, yeah. And two of his ex-buddies, the one that's in jail, and then the Navy veteran dude, they both have come out and said, yeah, all the stuff on the laptop is real. Don't believe all these idiots at CNN saying, "Oh, it's Russia." That's all they still have to say after almost 4 years. They are still screaming Russia. You think that they would have at least said, "Oh, no, now it's China." No, it's still Russia. It's... who are they trying to convince? Other people? Or themselves? I mean, I do have to give them credit for it, though. Once they, got with it, they stuck with it. They didn't, veer off any other direction. They did not deter from it whatsoever. They're determined to convince, I guess, everyone that it's Russia. Even though we all know better. Even the mainstream media knows better. I mean, they come out with something that said, we have to stick with it and, claim that this stuff from the laptop is Russia interference, even though it's probably not. We still have to stick with it and make it seem like it is. They literally admitted that they know it's not. But they're saying that they still have to stick with it and claim that it is. This is how mainstream media works. They want to pull the wool over your eyes. The bad part about it is a lot of people fall for it. A lot of these people, I mean, I know not, most of you watching my videos, you probably take my word for it, even though I tell you, don't go out and do your own research. But, thank you. But most of these people out there just flick on the news for 5 minutes. CNN, NBC, whatever. Orange man bad, Biden good. Okay, click. That's all I need to see. And that's that. They believe everything CNN says. Even though it's almost a lie. Every once in a blue moon, CNN will, produce a legitimate story like they're supposed to. But when you got people like Don Lemon and Chris Cuomo and Brian Stelter and all these people out there who would just blatantly false, and they know it, but they still try to convince people that they're legitimate news. You should believe them. Don't do your own research. Believe them instead. Trust them. They wouldn't lie to you. It's pretty sad, really. It's... Anyway. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and Chelsea Handler, 50 Cent, she had to remind him that he's black. So, he can't vote for Trump because he's black. He's not allowed to. And if any of you out there watching this are black, you better not vote for Trump. Because even according to Biden, if you do, you ain't black. Even though Trump's support among black people is at, what is it now, 46%? That's, dear God, high. That's unreal. Exclusive hunters, 26,000 emails. Now, I will say, I want to try to upload this to BitShoot. I have tried to upload like 3 other videos to BitShoot, and they will not process. They will upload fine, but they won't process. The last video that uploaded took 2 days. 2 days to process. Usually it's about an hour after I upload it. About an hour or 2, it's processed and they're on the site. That one took 2 days for one video. Hopefully this one will be uploaded and processed immediately, because I still have one that I uploaded and said it was processing, and now it has since completely disappeared. And it's about the 26,000 extra emails. I hate to really say it, but go to YouTube if you want to see all my videos, because I upload both the videos now to both BitShoot and YouTube, and they upload to YouTube just fine. But of course, YouTube is shadow banning my profile, my channel, so my stuff really doesn't get suggested anymore. Whenever I first got the channel up, I was seeing decent views, a lot of people checking them out, and then it's just like straight downhill. I guess the algorithms kicked in. I said one too many naughty words, and yeah. The only people who's really going to see my videos is the few people who are subscribed to me, or, people who come over from BitShoot. But hopefully BitShoot gets their act together. Honor email story, a smear campaign. Yeah. It's all disinformation, folks. It's all from Russia. Russia. Kamala, God, she's a winner. Trump, a natural disaster. Mishandled coronavirus response. No, Trump did what he could. He closed down travel from China and other places early, which they just ripped him left and right for. They called him xenophobic. Oh, Nancy Pelosi was even out in Chinatown saying, come on down, there's nothing to worry about. Come on down and grab yourself some Chinese food and shit. And then later on, many months later, then they go after Trump again, saying he didn't do it soon enough. You just can't win. He shuts down travel, and they call him xenophobic. Then, months later, when it's revealed that because he shut it down so soon, he actually saved hundreds of thousands of lives. When that comes out, he should have shut it down sooner. They just can't let him get any kind of a win whatsoever. I mean, it's unreal at this point. I mean, many of you watching already know this. Wisconsin resident sleeper, Trump support larger now than 2016. Yes. Trump support is huge. Much more than the polls show. And even now the polls are saying, actually, the national average, Trump is ahead now by a percentage. And the polls show that Trump is in the lead for lots of states and stuff. So, and statistically, Tim Pool has showed a lot of this. And I think a liberal have mine. And his channel is shadow banned too now. But, it's huge. You got people showing up, wrecking Biden rallies, chanting Trump and everything. And Biden, just in Pennsylvania, called the people out there who were chanting, Trump and had a bullhorn and stuff like that, and he called them chumps. Dude's off his rocker, man. But anyway, statistically, some polls show that only 1 in 5 Republicans take surveys and are honest. So, that is a very, very small percentage. And that is what they are going off of whenever they do these polls. Which are skewed anyway, because, CNN even pretty much blatantly admitted that a lot of the people that they poll as independents or undecided people are Democrats and are voting for Biden. Just like that little pathetic poll that they did out of, 10 people after the last debate. How many of you voting for Trump? How many of you voting for Biden? Every one of them. Come on. Once again, Trump destroyed Biden. Biden really hung himself with the whole ending fossil fuel thing. He really just screwed up. And especially sitting there and utterly denying it. No, I didn't say that. No, find the videos. Put them up on your website. And now, at the Trump rallies, if y'all haven't been watching, you really need to watch. I recommend watching Right Side Broadcasting Company on YouTube. They do an awesome job. Trump is running around with his campaigns now with a big-ass Titantron video player in the back. And he's showing this video over and over and over again. And it's hilarious. It really is. And Biden's just, God, he's fuming. And even at the debate, whenever he said he was going to ban fracking and everything, the moderator, she just, why would you do that? It wasn't, like a question. It was, no, why would you do that, Joe? It was just a straight up disappointment. You just killed your campaign. Why would you do that? You just listen to that tone in her voice. She still tried to sound professional. But nope. That still came through. Oh, it was hilarious. And does not have the courage to Black Lives Matter. I'm guessing Kamala. Oh yeah, at the bottom, Kamala Harris. Trump does not have the courage. No, Trump does have the courage. What they don't have the courage to do is to denounce Antifa. They don't have the courage to denounce the riots, the looting, the murders. They don't have the courage to denounce any of that. They went on this whole little smear campaign about how old Trump refuses to denounce white supremacy. He's been denouncing white supremacy for years. Years. And at the town hall meeting, of course, they had to bring it up again. And you just seen his ass. I mean, I felt the same way. I was just sick of it. And he said, fine, I denounce white supremacy. I denounce white supremacy. There. You happy? And then, it just seems like you're really hesitant to say, I'm not for, any kind of violent tendencies, but it seems like somebody should have smacked that damn woman. I mean, they don't want to cover the fact that he has been saying it for years. He has denounced white supremacy. He has denounced the KKK. He has denounced neo-Nazis. He has done all of that and denounced it by name. He wants to make the KKK a terrorist organization, along with Antifa. But according to old Joe Biden, Antifa is just an idea. And ideas don't kill people, Joe. Ideas don't set buildings on fire. Ideas don't loot. But they refuse to denounce any of that. Oh, let's see. New York Post still locked out of Twitter. Now, that's some bull crap. That's, they need to get rid of Section 230. I mean, seriously. If they're no longer, just a platform. If they censor your comments, they're no longer a platform. They need to get rid of 230. You have a First Amendment right. Especially when the New York Post, they were locked out of Twitter because they tried to post Hunter Biden stuff. It's true. It's all true. Who are they to say what you're posting is wrong? As far as I know, they just run a damn website. They're not a credible news source. They're not even news, period. They just run a daggone website. So who are they to say that what you're posting isn't the truth? And then they censor you for saying it, and then they keep censoring you even after it's reported that numerous news sources and people associated with them said that it's true, it's real. And Twitter still doesn't unlock their account. Yeah. 230 needs to go bye-bye. They need to be able to be sued for crap like this. Now, YouTube needs to be able to be sued. This is probably going to get this channel just deleted off my daggone account. Or who knows, they might even just delete my whole channel, period. But for shadow banning, they need to be, be able to be sued too. Because this is bullcrap. This goes against your First Amendment rights. Especially for stuff that is proven to be true. There are certain words that you can say in a video that YouTube's algorithm will pick up and boom, get your video taken off and then a strike issued to you. 3 strikes and you're out. Hundreds gather for, there's always hundreds of people. I mean, you look at Biden. you look at Biden's rallies and you look at Trump's, and there's no comparison at all. At all. YouTube runs interference for Biden on fracking. Displays fact check defending Joe when searching for video of comments. Okay, what, the fact check? I'm sure it's probably, YouTube's a very liberal platform. We all know that. We all know that. If my channel was on the liberal side of things, they would probably be promoting my content, not taking it and hiding it away where nobody can find it. That's not fair. That's pushing your agendas on other people. That's technically a violation of my First Amendment right. Not a privilege, but a right. You are falsely censoring me and channels like Liberal Hive Mind for posting legitimate news. Just because it doesn't fit with your agenda doesn't give you the right to censor me. That's not fair. Section 230 disappears. You're going to see some big time lawsuits. Big time. Yep. Trump jumps to 48% to 47% national lead over Biden. Nevada poll, Trump, Biden, and virtual tie among likely voters. Now, Trump's ahead. In Nevada, North Carolina, Trump's ahead. Florida, Trump's ahead. Almost every daggone place, Trump is ahead. Hell, there's even blue states where Trump is ahead. Putin, I don't see anything criminal about Hunter Biden's dealings. Of course not. You're the one who planted the evidence, remember? Protest Barrett. It's life or death at stakes. Yeah, okay. Blah, blah, blah. It always is. I don't think she's really going to do anything about, Obamacare. I mean, not unless, Trump comes up with something new, which he says he is. Don't know, but he says he is. At least 24 shot, 6 fatally over the weekend in Mayor Lori Lightfoot, Chicago. That ain't nothing new. Heck, that's low numbers, actually. Not that long ago, it was I think 53 people or something like that got shot over the weekend. I mean, that's nothing new. Andrew Cuomo accused of anti-Semitism after threat to cut money to Jewish schools. Yes, he is a very big anti-Semite. He is just trying to, I don't know. I mean, he's just trying to screw over the daggone Jewish people in New York badly. I mean, this is almost akin to some, early 1940s crap here. And it's just the Jews. Leave them alone. I mean, let them go and worship. I mean, they have the right to worship. Everyone does. I'm a minister. Believe it or not, yeah, I'm a minister. Everyone has a right to worship. Irregardless of what you're worshiping, everyone has a right to do so. BLM blocks major DC freeway for black education demonstrate. Now, look, I am all for Black Lives Matter. Every life matters. Everyone should be treated the same. But this Black Lives Matter bullcrap that's going on in the streets, that needs to stop. Okay? You want to hold a rally or a protest, whatever, fine. Do it like you're supposed to, go get permits, hold a big rally, protest in the park, do it like you're supposed to. Don't run around and put daggone bullhorns in people's ears. and scream at them about this crap. Don't all freaking bum rush people and plant them up against the wall and basically force them to raise their hand and say Black Lives Matter. If not, they fear that they're going to be beat down or killed or something. You don't win support by doing that. Especially when you're an extreme minority. People will rise back up against you, and eventually, when people get tired of your crap, they're going to do whatever it takes to stop the violence and stop the destruction. They will eliminate the threat by any means necessary. Black Lives Matter support has dropped exponentially. Most people do not support it at all anymore because of crap like that. Like I said, you want to do it? Hey, that's your First Amendment right. Do it. Do it sensibly. When you start rioting and looting, it is no longer a peaceful assembly. That is a riot. That is basically terrorism. When you start destroying your own city, which is just dumb as I don't know what. Yeah, that's like domestic terrorism. Nobody will support you. You know, you do things the right way. Then people will get behind you and support you. But when you have to resort to violence and destruction and killing, no. Nobody is going to support you. They will do whatever it takes to stop you. Trump held, was it today? I think he actually held 3 rallies in Pennsylvania. He's going all out, man. Pepper spray attack on Jews for Trump caravan. Yeah, that's bullcrap. Some nut job, extreme left-wing woman pepper sprayed people in a daggone car with children in the car. She sprayed the crap out of them, and they all got out and ran, and she chased the guy, the driver. She chased him down and tried to keep on spraying him until they ran past some cops. The cops got her ass and locked her up. They're insane. These people are certifiably insane. Mumble rapper endorses Trump. F Sleepy Joe. A lot more, rappers are coming out and endorsing Trump. Because, I mean, Biden's plan, 62% tax? Whew. I mean, you're going to pay more in taxes than what you get. I mean, taxation is theft and everything, yeah, but dear God, that's unreal. I mean, these people, they're rich, but still, come on. Torches, Michael Moore, good Lord. Trump is killing off. How is he killing off? And see, this is something else you see on a lot of these liberals and these mainstream media. All you hear is, Trump fans are just running away in droves from him. He's killing off his voters. Nobody's supporting him anymore. If that's the case, then how come his polls numbers keep just rising and rising and rising and rising? If nobody's supporting him anymore. How come there are thousands upon thousands of people at his rallies versus not even a handful at Joe and Kamala's? If he's running away all his voters, how is he still getting so much support? Realistically, a lot of the people now who are going to be voting against Trump aren't voting for Biden. They're just voting against Trump. They don't care who the Democratic nominee is. They wouldn't care. Joe, Bernie, Hillary, whoever. They don't care. As long as it's a vote against Trump, that's all they care about. And I'm sorry, but those kind of people just shouldn't need to vote. They should institute a little system to where you have to answer some basic education questions about the candidates before you're allowed to vote. Because, I mean, if you vote for somebody just because they have a D or an R in front of, or behind their names, you don't know who you're voting for. You don't know what their policies are. You don't know if they're going to turn the daggone U.S. into a third world country and, communism. It doesn't matter. If you don't know, then you shouldn't be able to vote. Because you're helping decide the future of the entire country. If you vote for someone just because of the D or the R, then you don't need to vote. You don't need to have a say-so of what goes on. The people who understand the choices that, their choice, the weight that their choice carries. If you don't understand what anybody's policies are, why are you going to vote at all? It's just, I don't understand it. People need to understand that different people have different policies, and just because someone is a Democrat, doesn't mean that they're going to have all Democrat, agendas. Just because someone is a Republican doesn't mean they're going to have all Republican agendas. Especially now, things have changed. Sides have changed. Democrats really aren't Democrats anymore. They're kind of more moderate or independents. I will consider myself an independent. Now I'm much more conservative Republican. The far left has pushed everything over. Oh. And you got your dumb celebrities endorsing Biden. They're rich. Don't listen to them. They don't care. Joe fails. Corruption revelations. A smear campaign. Yeah. Giuliani was being fed disinformation from the Russians. I just don't understand them. Like I said, you got to give it to them. They stuck with their guns, boy. Whew. They dug in deep. BLM demands allegiance from shoppers, diners in an affluent suburb. Nope. You come up to me while I'm eating outside or whatever else, I'm going to tell you, Black lives do matter, but I don't support your little movement that you're having of destruction and killing and looting. No, I don't support any of that. So, yes, Black lives do matter. All lives matter. Carry on. They keep on pushing. I'm not the type of person to back down. I will get up and I will stand up for myself. And if they want to try something or start throwing stuff, well, let's just say, I have my concealed weapons permit and I carry everywhere I go. If they want to get violent and try to hurt me, my family, or anything, I will do everything necessary to stop that threat. As I think everyone should. Because we have seen that they will take bats to your heads. They will hit you with rocks. They will throw Molotovs at you. They will stalk you for many city blocks, come up behind you, and yeah. We have seen what they do. So, I, for one, would rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Really. But good Lord, this video's going on for a while. I'll keep looking through the news. My wife is working. They changed her schedule. She's now working 4 to 12s. Yay. But, so my videos will be coming out later than they normally, than they used to be. And then, not too much long in the future, she's going to be working 12 to 8s. So I guess I'll be on the old Sticks Hexenhammer. time slot, putting out videos at 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning here. But yeah, just just some little updates. I'll keep reading through, and if there's anything significant, I'll make another video on it. I'm still feeling like crap. I'm trying to perk myself up. I don't know what's wrong. Who knows? Maybe I got the virus. Maybe Trump transmitted it to me through the TV set. Ooh. Oh, is Russia beaming down little beams from the satellites or something? Who knows? Whatever CNN's trying to peddle now. Anyway, stay vigilant, America, and I will see y'all in the next video.